Nagesh is asking that, sir, what are the essential checks for selecting a stock? There are too many checks, but broadly, if I have to classify it, I would say that a company which has been generating good return on equity, good return on shareholders fund, go high, decent ROE, but not 1 or 2 years, many years. I would generally, while we are looking at all the alternatives or all the options before recommending on for value stock advisor, we generally try to look at companies which are generating high return on equity. The quantitative filter is that over the last 8-10 years in a sustained way. Then and of course it will not happen every year, but generally speaking, 50 above average return on equity is a very important criteria. A company doesn't make money, it won't be a great long-term performer on the stock. Then comes how it is doing it. Is it coming in a random way, or is it coming by way of design of a product or a service or an experience for the customer, which looks like difficult to replicate? It could also be a company's culture. So we look at how it is being done, what is the product, what is the service, and what is the competitive advantage of this business. Then comes who are the people who are running this business. Are they credible enough? Do they align? Do they behave in a manner? Because that is one of the biggest risk when investing in stocks. When you are investing in a stock, you are effectively becoming, if you are a long-term investor, you are becoming a partner in the business. And if the owner, the dominant partner of the business misbehaves, if the dominant partner of the business does not treat you equally, you are at a huge disadvantage. And that translates into, shareholders' value destruction over a period of time. So a lot of people, there are plenty of jargons around it. But I would say that corporate governance, the people running it, where do they come from? Do they have enough skin in the business? We are generally, for a large company, we generally look for that, the promoters or the owners, they have at least 25% stake in the company, and some small-sized company, we'll be very happy if they own 50% or 60% or 75% of the business, because they will work hard to succeed with that business, and they will be a key beneficiary, and you will be also a great beneficiary on the side. Then comes, looking at, of course, while we are looking at the business, how do they do it? We look for an investment option which is, scalable. Will it get bigger in size? Is it a large enough business with future potential? Or is that business completely exhausted? Or, is it getting into any dimension of obsolescence? And is the company nimble enough to change its track, change its complexion, and get bigger with changing attitudes of the customer and things like that? So there are plenty of things, and of course, we look at all the negative things. When you subscribe to Stock Advisor, there is about 30-35 questions, on risk, and you get it in, and they are standard questions. And most companies should actually be qualifying with 80-90% of positive, favorable answers to them, because that is actually a reflection of the riskiness of the management of the underlying business. And then comes, the basic financial analysis, that the company is not indebted in a manner, or has not borrowings in a manner that will land into trouble, or it's not depending on the delivery. Because there are companies which grow very fast, and they grow very fast driven by borrowed money. And whenever the tide turns, whenever the situation is not very favorable, the cash flows are tight a little bit, those companies struggle. They many a times they die. And we have seen in the last 5-7 years that some great fast-growing companies, or good, rapidly growing companies, they have completely disappeared from the time, from the horizon. So plenty of essential checks, and there are two ways of looking at these essential checks. Maybe I have confused you with so many variables. The joy of exploring and decoding these nuances about a company, knowing about a company, knowing new things about a company, knowing about newer plans, and judging that company based on the likelihood of its success, or how the scale of its success. And most of the time you will be wrong. But if you are right with reasonable number of times, it translates into a very rewarding experience. So it's a very enriching experience going through the whole cycle of exploring, decoding, understanding, and finally betting your money on that.